Let us start the class. Actually, today we are going to discuss about one particular numerical problem in demand forecasting. This is a previous question paper. I have extracted this particular question. This is asked as a case study. Is it visible for you?
Yes, sir.
Actually,
Yes, sir.
in this particular question, they have given sale of 5 years and they are asked you to project what will be the future sales. This was a question, very simple question. From 2014 to 2018, they have given the what is the sales value, it is in thousands, and they are asking to project what will be the future sales. So this is the actual demand forecasting. Based on this is the collected data. Based on that, we have to project. So our syllabus covers one is the trend line, the second one is the least square method. So I'm just applying how we have to solve this particular. What will be the sale on 2021? Okay, this is what the question is. So the figures may change, but you can positively you can get a case study in this demand forecasting only, because the values may be different, but they will give you 5 to 6 years data and ask to project any future year. First of all, we should know what is the method of least square. Some people may not have the basic knowledge about the mathematics, but still the equation 1 and 2, this is the equation that we are using for solving the problem with the least square method. Both are based on the simple regression only. So this particular equation you should keep in mind. You just mug up, nothing wrong in it. That is here the y is considered to be the actual sales value, and x is considered we are taking as a first period, second period, third, like that. So based on the x and y, there is a equation. This normal equation, these two we have to mug up. What is the first equation? Summation of y equal to n into a plus b into summation x is nothing but y equal to a plus b. Instead of that, we are using n number of years. So these two equations you should mug up. Those who know basic maths, those who are completed, is very easy for them. But those who are not studied mathematics, only job is to mug up these two equations. Okay. The second one is based on that, in order to solve the problem, summation xy equal to a into summation x plus b into summation x square. So in this particular thing, you can see in equation 1, what is the value that we need the summation y and summation x we need. Then one more thing is n is the number of years. Okay, so in that first equation there are three variables, n, summation x and summation y. What is n? Number of years. So it is 5 years available data is there. What is summation y? It is a sales value. Y is a sales value, y1, y2, y3 up to y5. It's a sales value. So what is summation y? It's nothing but total sales. Then what is summation x? Now only we have to start how this particular least square method that we are using. Keep first year as a 1. That is 2014 we are considering as a first period. Then 2015 it is for the second period. So the value will be, weightage will be given as a 2. Likewise, as the year increases, just put 1, 2, 3. Okay, suppose now our question is what will be the sale of 2021. Suppose if you continue the first column in 19, 20, 21, then it will be 6, 7, 8 will be the value. So somewhere x value when it is 8, what will be the value? If you find it, then that will be the sale of 2021. So in the first equation, n, summation y and summation x we have to find. Then equation 2, two more things we have to find. One is summation xy, that is multiplication of year with the sale. Then summation x already we are having in the first equation. The last element summation x square, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to have the value square and we have to aggregate it. I think somebody is, yes, have any doubt? Shall I continue? So how to
Yes,
solve
sir.
this? Keeping these two equations, we are going to use these two equations. Then we have to create 5 columns. One is year, the second one is sales. These two are already given in the question. 2014, 45,000 will be the sales. So likewise. Then what we are adding is X value. That is for first year 1, second year 2, like this. So what is the total number of years? N equal to, at the column, total number is 5 years. We have the data. Then what is the sales? We have to add all the sales value of the respective 45 plus 52 plus 48 plus 55 plus 60. If you add, it will be 260. Then we have allocated the value for x 1 to 5. So if you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 5, it is 15. Summation x is 15. Equation 1, all the elements we have already calculated. Now two more variable that we have to calculate. One is the x square, another one is xy. What is xy? We have to multiply the third column with the same value. That is, we have to get the square of it. 1 square is 1. 2 square is 4. You can see the third column and fourth column. 3 square 9. So likewise, we have to get the square value in the fourth column. If you add those 5 values, we can get summation x square. In this case, it is 55. Then what is xy? We have to multiply the sale value with the weightage of the year. That is 45 into 1, 45. 52 into 2, 104. That is, I am multiplying the second column and the third column. So those values will be added. That is summation xy. Now we have summation y n equal to 5, summation y equal to 260, summation x is 15, summation xy is 830, and summation x square is 55. So these 5 values I am substituting in equation 1 and equation 2. Then the equation becomes, first, what is first summation y equal to n into a plus b into xy. So it is 260 equal to 5a plus 15b. Am I right? Because summation y is 260, instead of n it is 5, instead of xy it is 15. So for the second equation, we are substituting summation x square and summation xy. That is 813 equal to 15a plus 55b. This is equation number 4. We have to solve these two equations. How to solve it? Here the common either a or b should be get cancelled. See the third equation, it is 5a plus 15b. In fourth equation, it is 15a, 55b. So 15 and 5 is a right value to equate. So when you multiply 3 in the equation 3, then that particular equation will become 15a. So multiplying the third equation with 3, then how it will be? Definitely 260 into 3 equal to 3 into 5a plus 15 into b. You have to make like that. Suppose if you multiply like that, the value will be 780. Shall I type it? If you multiply with the 3, I'm just roughly I'm putting multiply with 3, then the equation becomes 780 equal to 15a plus 45b. Okay, so this will be equation, you can say equation 5. Okay, so solving equation 4 and 5, 15, 15 get cancelled. The difference between 813 and 780 will be 33. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
15a get cancelled. Then 45b and 55b, that will be 10b. 10b equal to 33. Then b equal to 3.3. Okay, now we got the value b equal to 3.3 by solving the equation 3 and 4. Substitute that particular equation in equation 1 or 2, either of that. So I am here, I am substituting in equation 1. So 260 equal to 5a plus 15 into, instead of X, we are, instead of B, we are putting 3.3. Then the value become 260 plus 5A plus 49.5. Suppose take A one side and keep the other numerical value in one side, then A will become 42.1. So now we got both A as well as B. So substituting that particular equation in equation 1 and 2, we can get the actual sales of sale of it, because we are using this particular method is called least square. Why? Because we are getting the value and multiply the square, and based on that square only we got all these value. Suppose if they ask for 2021, don't put what will be the sale in 2021, then you may lose 2 to 3 marks. Why? Because as far as demand forecasting is concerned, you have to give estimated value for each year. Even though you know what is the value of sale in 2014, you have to say the estimated value for 2014 is 45.4. Actually, it is 45. So for each year, you have to calculate. How to calculate? Y equal to A plus B. That was the regression equation. Instead of A, 42.1. Instead of B, 3.3. Substitute for each year. For year 2014, 42.1 plus 3.3 into 1, 45.4. So actual value is 45, estimated value is 45.4. Likewise, for 2015, once again substitute A equal to 41, B equal to 3.3. Then we may get 48.7. Suppose you have to continue for all 5 years. After that only, suppose it is 2020 means the X equal to 7. For 2021, it is 8. So 2021 equal to 42.1 plus 3.3 into 8 is 68.5. So the trend projection of the sales through the least square method for the year 2021 is 68.5 thousands. So this is a way you have to explain it. It's a very simple problem. Only thing is, you should have these two equations. That is summation y equal to n into a plus b into summation x, and summation xy equal to a into summation x plus b into summation xy. If you know these two equations, then it's a simple regression only. Then it is easy to solve. You just substitute the value, it will come. So blindly you can give 1, 2, 3 weightage for the given period. Most of the time they are asking this particular case study only. So the values may change, year may change, but the method and other things is very simple. You can secure all 20 marks. So in the next class, I'll give one sum, you solve it. Okay. Now we'll continue with the other section A questions. What are the uses of demand forecasting? It's a very general question only, but repeatedly they are asking. First of all, if you do a business, the basic thing is you have to plan. What will be my production process? What is my production layout? Whether it is a process layout or product layout, or what will be the cost budget, and how I have to continue with the working capital. All these things you have to plan. The demand forecasting report will give enough information for the better planning. The second one is, most of the time the business will not consider the other external factors, but the demand forecasting will give some idea about the changes, not only the social, cultural, but also the environmental changes it will give. This means it can give a company a bit about the environmental changes. Environmental changes in the sense, what will be the market situation, what will happen in the next year, whether even now we are facing that cyclone and another Puravi is coming. So this kind of thing, accordingly we can adjust our production or the sale. Why? Because next week there won't be anything, so we have to complete within this. People will not buy more raw material because next year, next week there will be 1 or 2 days leave. So this demand forecasting will give some idea about what may happen in the future. That too, not only the social, political or cultural, but also the environmental changes. So it's a very big advantages those who are conducting the demand forecasting. The highest benefit we can firm can reap based on once we conduct the demand forecasting method, we can understand where we are losing our strength, what is our weak points, and how to improve it. What is our strength? All these things you can get through your demand forecasting only. Why? Because once the manager understand what is the weakness of a company and what are the areas he has not considered, definitely his method of administrating the business will be better, because he will give more strength for the weaker spot, and you know how to handle that particular unforeseen situation. So definitely this demand forecasting is very helpful. Finally, when you start doing either short term or long term or a particular routine demand forecasting or specific demand forecasting, either it will be individual level or a macro level, there will be some coordination within the organization, not only within outside the organization. Why? Because you start collecting the information, that there will be a connectivity between the internal source and the external source. That particular information will be collected through your representative or intermediary person only. You will connect the external world with your representative. Definitely there will be a good coordination. It not only expand the horizontal business, but also the vertical height of the organization. You may get more number of hierarchy. This will be the right tool to administrate the business in a better way. So all these things is some of the advantages, because it's very general. Even with, I have given some 2 3 points. Even you can write on your own what you feel. Nothing wrong in it. Then what are all the limitations of demand forecasting? Definitely this particular information you should know. We are keep on doing demand forecasting even from small micro business up to public sector. We are doing the demand forecasting. Whether this demand forecasting is right or wrong, most of the time people are start criticizing. Why? Because we are estimating. It is something what is going to happen in the future. It's a guesswork only. It's an estimation, not an exact value. Everyone know the future is uncertain. Even if you use a better statistical or econometrical tool and you find that particular thing, it is not definite that it is be 100% correct. It is not perfect. You will be saying some value near to the actual, but it gives only idea. But understand one thing: what we calculate or what we are reporting, it's only a estimation, not the actual. The second one, most of the time, based on the different category of demand forecasting with a certain criteria, we are conducting the demand forecasting. So we are forced to take some assumption. We think that that will be a normal situation in the market. There will be this particular raw material or transportation or anything. It will be in a normal condition. All these things based on the assumption only we are conducting. But that is not actual. When you collect information from a particular intermediary or any agent, he may have his own commitment and he may give a rough value, you may say, without referring, because it's only a data. Yeah, for convenience, he may say some values. So most of the time, the demand forecasting find difficult because of its assumption before conducting that particular demand forecasting. The third limitation backdrop. I do not say, it's only what to say. When you say I'm going to complete this particular task and I want to estimate or I want to predict that value, how much time it may take depending upon the task that you have taken. Suppose I want to expand a particular unit, then what will be the demand for that particular area, which is a right product. If you start doing, it is a time consuming process. That too, because of the time consuming, you have to spend more. You have to pay for the particular staff member for doing this particular thing. But it is now, it will be added in the production process only. The product may not, it's a overhead expenditure, and sometimes it may give a failure result. So both the time and the cost may spend more on that particular task, and definitely it will affect your production process. That is why people will not do this particular demand forecasting for a long time. Only for the short-term purpose or any specific thing they will do. They will not do always. Most of the time, based on the quantitative data, we are estimating some, but the business or any particular sale or economic indicator influenced with the qualitative factor, not the quantitative. So these are the some of the limitation of demand forecasting. With this, I'm ending the class. All of you go and have your dinner. I will start the class after 20 to 25 minutes. 8:30 to 9 we'll have. Okay. Shall we do one thing? Today I'm not feeling well. Will you, I will share this particular PPT. Will you complete that case study? Write in there and then upload it. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
So in the next class, complete that case study. I will share this PPT, complete demand forecasting case study with the limitation and uses also. Complete and take a photo and share it. And I will send my mail ID. Okay. Meanwhile, I will try to create a Google Classroom for your class. Okay. May God bless
Thank
you.
you, sir.
If you have any doubt, you can ask me.